Unfortunately, I'm a lot older than I used to be, and I just did not bounce back the way I wanted to. I still was doing 10Ks every single day, but I just was not hitting the speeds that I wanted to, and I decided that I would turn it back down in football training, and let the legs recover a bit. Now, the problem with that being is I'm not a good enough player to not train. And I will say this, I will train with anybody and anyone just because I need to train. I'm not ashamed to admit, I got dropped like 3-4 times last year, and was left out of the final side. Like, does that hurt the ego? Yes, but I'm not that good. I am in the team because I have a sheer amount of effort. I'm not the most skillful player. I'm not the best leader. I'm not the smartest player either. Sometimes I do some pretty interesting things out in the field that, you know, makes me seem better than I am, but I am a mid-tier player that has an amazing ability to run all day, and I tackle. So I'm not, like, it hurt, and I'm not, it hurt getting dropped the first time and the second time, but by the third time I just realized I'm not what the coach wanted. And, you know, end of the season, me and the coach talked, and I messaged him, I told him my plans and my preseason training, like, and it is, I am not as skilled as most of these guys by foot. Like, a lot of these guys played waffle at some point, or were, you know, in junior academies type thing. Like, these guys are elite players. They're getting paid good money to go out and play in the country. I'm also getting paid good money to go play in the country, which has always been a dream. Like, I always wanted to go get paid to play football somewhere. And what was it, 4 years ago, a guy I went to school with, which is now like 14 years ago, offered me money to go play in the country. I was never turning it down. I moved hell and high water. I was going to quit my job and go find a new job to go play, because it is always one of those things I wanted to do. I always thought I had the talent to do it. I know I had the desire to do it. I had the work ethic to do it. I just needed somebody who was stupid enough to pay me. He hadn't seen me kick a footy in over 10 years and offered me, purely based on the fact that I was fit. Like, he hadn't even seen me run. Now, and all of this. So, I want to play for Ben Coven. I'm currently head to toe in Ben Coven stuff. The only thing I don't have is the socks with me, but I'm head to toe in Ben Coven. Like, I love them. They took an absolute risk bringing me out to the country and paying me good money. And it was good money. It was more than what I was getting paid to work on a Saturday. So I 100% did it. It made logical sense just financially and for my ego. And I am fiercely loyal to them. Like, 2J has been trying to get me for the last couple of years. And 2J is only like 40 minutes away from me. Immediately they play Sundays, which doesn't work for me at the moment. Bullsbrook would have me any day of the week. Like, I played a couple of games with Bullsbrook. Again, they play Sundays. It's not beneficial to me to play football on a Sunday. I've managed to get every Saturday off. I can't turn around to the boss and be like, hey, now I want every Sunday off so I can play football. I don't think it's going to fly. And just recently, I mean, literally this week, I had a guy offered to give me a mining job up in Karratha to go play up in Karratha. Now that's tempting. Like, of all the things that could possibly come out of this, that is the one that I sit there and go, that may be it. Like, I go to talk to coach, like, I looked at the team sheets, I looked at the depth that we've got at the moment. I may never get a game for Ben Coven this year. I don't know if I forget, like, they've just recruited better players than me. And as you get older, you realize you're not the best player on the field anymore. I've got ex-AFL players. I've got guys that won premiership with Subiaco. Like, these are top-tier football talents. And I sit there and I go, I'm not at that level. I am a great role player. I have an ability not to get injured, which I think means a lot, which is how I got most of my games with Ben Coven, is because basically we have an injury crisis halfway through the year, every single year. Everybody falls off a cliff, everybody dies, and because I train so much and my body is so, used to running that much. I don't get injured, like soft tissue injuries. Watch me in the first game I played this year get absolutely knocked the fuck out. Just to prove a point. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I have an ability to stay healthy. And it's not like I stretch or recover. I don't sit there and go, oh, I'm going to ice bath, I'm going to sauna. Like, a lot of these guys actually do more recovery than I do. I don't stretch for a 10K run. I literally have my coffee and I go for a run. There's nothing else to it. I don't sit there and stretch the quads out or anything. I just go do it. This morning, I woke up at 5? Finished my coffee about 5:30. By the time I got my shit together, it was 5:40 as I got out the door. And yeah, and then I go for my run. I don't cool down. I literally got home, jumped in the shower, and jumped in the car. And I'm gonna go do. I don't even know how intense. I couldn't tell you what our training session is gonna be like. It's probably gonna be a lot of running because our fitness levels we tend to bomb out in the last quarter. So I feel like we're gonna do a lot more running to try and build our fitness up. But it's just, I'm going down there just to show that I'm still committed to the club. It is, outside of people that actually live in Vancouver, I am the furthest one away from the city. So it is nearly 50-minute long drive for me to get into training down in Corpus Christi. It's a little in the city. But I still want to play. And I actually enjoy the boys. But I'm not gonna lie, training with guys that are this good reminds me that I'm a really, really average player. Some of these guys, their kicking is elite. One of the boys recruited last year who did his ACL, who's just coming back from it this year, has one of the hardest kicks I've ever tried to mark. It hurts. No matter where you try him, he kicks that ball so hard. It is a phenomenal thing. Got hopefully Richo's back to full health. Tyson, if we get Tyson back, I looked at the team list and this was before Christmas, after our last session before Christmas. And I did a thing, I was 8th emergency. They've recruited 4 more guys. I'm probably 12th. We honestly could have a second team going soon. We have that many recruits coming through. And I'm sitting there being man, I don't think I'm going to get him. Even if we had injury crisis, where am I on the depth chart? I am 5'7" and 70 kilos. Well, in Australia, I'm 170 centimeters, and that's on a good day. And we got a lot of small players like that. We don't need another thing. I'm not an elite small forward. We got Jake the Snake came in midway through last year and took my small forward spot. He's a lot better than me. He's got a better jump than me. He's got better smarts. He's cleaner on the ball. He's actually the perfect little small forward. I lost my wing spot to Matty D. He ended up taking the tagging role. God, he hurt some people last year. I absolutely love him because he is so critical of himself. That man did one game and he's so sad because he didn't get any touches again. He never did his player. He had one job, go stop your play, and he did it beautifully. But he was annoyed because he didn't feel like he helped the team enough. And I'm you did your job. But yeah, I'm not going to get a run in the midfield. We have too many skill guys in there for me to get a run in there. Don't need to be backup ruck again this year. And I know we sit there and we joke, but I have 2 hit-outs to my name playing for Vancouver. I actually have rucked a couple of times. Actually, I've only rucked twice and I've got 2 hit-outs, so 100%. I lost my small defender stats to Marcus. Marcus is a lot better overhead than I am, whereas I just purely sport. Marcus will at least intercept Mark. So yeah, I don't have a spot. As I always say, I can play every single position on the field. And you maybe lose 10 to 30% of what that player can do depending on who it is. And I'll always say this, I can't take anybody's spot. I'm never going to start on the field for Vancouver anymore. Unless there's a massive injury crisis and then he's going to win. I'm not a starter. I wouldn't make a great super sub. If we had a sub rule in the country league, I'll probably play every game. Because if you get an injury in the backline, I played small lockdown defender, I played third tall, especially when you're going to play Kalani and they've got 4 guys that are all taller than 6 foot. So I played the third tall on that. I played the running, rebounding halfback flanker, defensive winger, offensive winger, two-way running winger, tagger, in and under, midfielder, high half forward, lockdown small forward. And if I play for Bullsbrook, I play at the goal square. Like, I can play every single role on the field. I'm just not the best at any one role. And it is an absolute fucking curse. And I realized this as I got older, that when I was playing Colts, I had the same issue. Where the fuck do you play me? Because I can't tell you where I play best anymore. Like, I'm not actually good enough off the bench to be a great bench option. Because where the fuck do you rotate me? Like, you want to rotate your midfielders through you know, you got 5 or 6 midfielders you want to rotate through. So I'm not a part of the midfield mix. The wingers, I can rotate through the wingers. If they're not, the wingers aren't also rotating through the midfield. But then you lead me into the forward line. And I look at the forward line, I'm not a key forward. We got some bigger boys down there that are a lot better than me, like Richo, Tickets. And my coach, who also plays still, is Brandon fucking Matera, who played over 150 games and kicked over 150 goals at AFL level. I'm not beating him out for a fucking small forward spot. So it really goes, where do I play? Well, I'm not going off the rebound. I'm not going to be a halfback flanker because his brother, Bailey Matera, plays there. And fuck me, that guy is so skillful. So, yeah, I lost a few spots. So I'm trying to talk to the coach. I tangent fucking hard on that. So I talked to the coach over the off season on what I need to work on, and it is kicking. Like, I am not elite by foot, and I will say this. To be fair, actually, I maybe kicked the ball about 5 or 6 times last year. Like, it's not things. I don't take enough marks. I'll tell you this. This is my biggest weakness. I don't mark the ball well. Like, so which means I'm tend to be picking the ball off the ground, which means I hands up to the guy going past. My decision making is actually pretty high. I've always made the right decision at the right times. My execution by foot can be a little bit iffy. I had very good days and I had very bad days, and no real middle ground. And yeah, it's just one of those things that I just was supposed to work on over the offseason. I did before Christmas. I was out every day off I had. I was out kicking the football, and I was happy with what I was doing. But now, having to rest the legs and I wasn't able to do it, I went and kicked the ball with Bullsbrook, and Mark was atrocious. And this is the thing, at this level, it doesn't take a lot for you to just be rusty. So I'm hoping that I'm a bit better after that run with Bullsbrook, that I can go back and I'll be decent. Because yeah, I basically got impressed. We are 6 weeks out, which is what I didn't realize. We're only 6 weeks out from the start of the season. So we got a game on the 12th of April, which is going to be interesting. I'm probably not going to get a game. And what's worse about that is I probably wouldn't be able to play even if I was going to get picked. It's going to be dicey with work. So, yeah. But anyway, that is my long rant about how my morning's going and how my football career is going. But yeah, like, I still got something in the tank. Like, I am probably top 5 kick inside Bullsbrook currently, unless I recruit hard and get some actual better players in. I'm still a top 5 kick in Bullsbrook, and yet I'm a bottom 5 kick at Vancouver. Shows you the elite difference in it. So, I'll see what this Carafa job. I asked him, like, he came through, he said it twice to me this week, and I'm like, look, send me the details. Like, actually give me some details on it. Like, show me contracts, what I'm going to do. So yeah, I might be keen to move up to Carafa. Like, it's a mining job, and I'd move up to Carafa. I couldn't do FIFO. I'm not going to play 2 weeks of football and go home. I have to play the entire season. I hate missing games. But yeah, it could be on the cards. It may be the actual way forward if I want to prolong my actual football career. Like, I could go play for Bullsbrook, but it's not. Look, there's nothing against Bullsbrook, but if people are still going to offer me money to go play, I want to go take it. Like, I think I still have that talent. I'm not sure anybody else would agree with that, but I still feel I got something to give. And I want to prove it. I want to prove it at Ben Coven, but if that's not on the cards, then I'll go find somewhere else to play, I guess, most of my season. Like, I still register for Ben Coven. Like, I'm still going to be my number one choice every day of the week. If Ben Coven comes cool, then I'm going. But when I'm not playing for them, I think I'm going to find somewhere else to play, just so I have something. I hate being rusty in a game, and I find that if you aren't playing games, you're not doing enough. Like, I can't run enough. I can't simulate what it's like in a game. But anyway, I got to turn up here, and we're about 20 minutes away from preseason training.